So the Photon shaders were recommended to me in my comments, specifically on TikTok mostly, but I think there were some comments on YouTube that I just couldn't find. But the point is, Photon apparently is really good. How good is it? Well, I kind of had to compare it to the Solus shaders since those are the absolute best in my opinion. Who knows though, I might move on to Photon after this. Now, straight out of the box, you could tell that, yeah, I really did not like the water. I'm not a crazy fan of wavy water anyway, but this was just not good. Okay, they could have done it probably better than this, but considering the fact that I can't make shaders on my own time because I'm not that skilled, I gotta give them some credit. It's not the worst thing I've seen. Underwater, on the other hand, was pretty nice. I did like that. It did feel in a way majestic, I guess you could say. Not a word that I usually say, but it felt like that, which was pretty cool. So I kind of want to turn on this shader in my main Minecraft world and build an underwater base just to see what it looks like. I don't have a lot of complaints about this shader, but I know that the shadows did kind of tweak a little bit. They kind of looked buggy, at least up close to the grass, for instance. It didn't look quite right, and for some reason, I could not figure out how to fix that in the settings. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but maybe it's not me. Maybe it's the shader. I don't know. So by default, the shader will set your settings to whatever your PC can handle, and for me, it was the high settings, and I wanted to test my PC to the absolute maximum, so I racked my render distance to the max, and I set the settings to ultra settings, and it definitely was, as expected, pretty laggy. It wasn't very enjoyable. I like my 60 FPS. I get these stutters where everything pauses for a second, then starts moving again, so that was pretty annoying. I didn't like that, but probably because I set the settings to max, so that's on me, I guess. But the shaders at high settings were able to work just fine, and I was able to set the render distance to max without any problems, no stuttering or anything. Now granted, I had to bring the simulation distance down, but I'd say it's worth it if you want to see as many chunks as you can. I forgot to mention this, but the nether seemed pretty average. It wasn't anything spectacular. It was pretty nice overall, yeah, and it wasn't too dark, which is great, but I didn't find anything about it that was super spectacular. The end, on the other hand, was very interesting. Everything had like a purple aura. The atmosphere was just super purple. It's just that simple to explain, but I thought it was a pretty cool concept, which is nice. Not as great as Solus, I'll be honest. Solus had such a beautiful end dimension. It was incredible, but Photon's version of the end dimension wasn't too bad. And what's cool is you could look up and see what looks like almost like a galaxy or something. It was insane. I don't even know what it was, but I just know that it looked cool. I also have to note I tried to use Distant Horizons because I heard that this is a very good shader for Distant Horizons. However, I'm not very good at Distant Horizons to the point where I can't even figure out how to get it to work. I tried to mess with the settings and it's all just gibberish to me. I don't understand what to do. I either can't see any of the chunks that have been added, or I'm able to see the chunks in the distance, but it's super laggy, super low frames. And I've got a pretty beefy PC. I've got a 4070 Ti GPU, so what's the matter? I don't know what's going on. Let me know in the comments if you know what I'm doing wrong, because I just can't figure it out. But back to Photon, I think it's a pretty good shader overall. It's not something I would use because I do prefer Solus. Solus just feels brighter and better overall, but Photon is a pretty good alternative, and I did find that Photon did actually run better with the maximum render distance enabled than Solus did. So performance-wise, Photon actually is better. I just don't like the look of it as much as Solus. Now, if you have any other shaders that you want me to review, let me know in the comments. I'll be sure to check it out. Leave a like and subscribe for more Minecraft content like this.